Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jeannie and I have my weekly empties this week. This is just for 1 week. This was last week. I go Monday through Sunday. So this is what I used up the last week. And I think I did pretty good. Like I try to do good and I feel like I melt every day and I feel like I'm getting through a lot of things. And then when I look back, I get so mad because it feels like I did so much and I don't know. Then you look in here and it's not like as much as you think you have melted. So I think I need to start maybe finding other places to melt my wax, or I really need to concentrate on melting like certain scents in here, certain scents in the kitchen, certain scents in like different rooms, and I need to concentrate on doing that every day because I'm not getting through the amount of wax that I feel like I want to get through in a week. So, but this is what I have. I'm going to go through my partials first. And guys, I only have one Scentsy in here. And honestly, I'll just do this one right now. I used Winter's Eve. And yes, I know this is a winter scent, but it's more like just a nice masculine. It's just a nice masculine cologne scent. And I used this downstairs this past Saturday in my husband's computer area just to kind of give it a freshening up. I haven't melted a whole lot downstairs since I've moved back up here and my office is up here now. So I melted that down there for him just to give him a nice vibe while he was downstairs relaxing. Oh, let me grab. Sorry, I always go off camera because I always forget to get like a basket to throw the trash in. I have been trying. I chopped this up, I want to say 2 Sundays ago. And I chopped 2 loaves from L3, and I chopped, today is October 3rd, which if you don't know this scent from L3, you should really familiarize yourself with this. It is one of the best scents I've ever smelled. Although I will say this is just not even a year old. Before we get there, hold on. Today is October 3rd. This is Palo Santo Sugar Cookie Royale Toasted Mallow. Then I had a loaf of Espresso Sugar Cookie Royale. Royale is E, Royal is Y. So I've been mixing these two together to try to make like and this is just sugar. This is sugar cookie and coffee. So I'm trying to make like a coffee, today is October 3rd kind of blend in my warmers when I melt these. So I mix these two together, and I really should just throw them in the same bag, but just in case I don't want to have a blend one day, I want to keep them separate. This melts beautifully. I bought this. Okay, it says, this one says, today is October 3rd, says 5 of 24. Is that 5? I think so. And then the Espresso Sugar Cookie Royale is 7.24. I don't know, like, and I don't know whether it's that I haven't had my heat on, I don't have the air on. It throws, and it throws well. And of course, this is going to be a repurchase when I use up all my L3 wax. But I don't know, I don't feel like it's throwing as well as L3 used to throw in my house. So I don't know if it has something to do with like the air, or it just being kind of like there's no fans going, nothing circulating. So we'll see. But I love those scents and I love mixing them together. This one from Athame and Alchemy, I have Dojo Donuts and Coffee. And this is, I still have a little bit left. This is a coffee day scent. I probably used some of this in here, and then my L3 blend out in the living room and in the kitchen. And I love coffee in the morning. I love melting coffee scents in the morning. I really love coffee scents any time of the day. And I've been known to put coffee in my bedroom just because I love the smell of it. It's relaxing to me. But this is definitely a repurchase. Although Athame and Alchemy is not throwing as well for me either. And maybe it's this room, and because I don't have like the air going or the windows open, I'm gonna have to reevaluate to like where like warmer placement is, because I have these here, but maybe I should try to put like clean that shelf off up there and put one up there so it's higher, or put one down here. I don't know, because it performs well in my living room, but I have not used Athame and Alchemy in my living room, so I will get back to you on that. I did maraschino cherry from Sweet Tooth. It says Sweet Tooth Scents, but it's Sweet Tooth Apothecary. This performed pretty well. I used this in here, I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday last week. I just was having a day and I wanted something sweet, and that is really good cherry. And I definitely would repurchase that. Although, again, in here, and I have to say, I have a, like if you can see right here, I have, these are like containers I bought at at Joann's, and they're filled with wax. So it could be the fact that I have wax in here and scents are trying to compete with each other, because I don't have problem with throw really in any other room aside from this room. So if I use more of this, and I will tell you that Sweet Tooth performs exceptionally well in my living room and in my kitchen. So if I use this again, I'm going to use it probably in the kitchen. And then one more partial is Cranberry Marshmallow Fireside Brown Sugar Pound Cake. And this was a little Christmas house shape from Lori Hanson. And yes, I'm still melting Christmas scents because it's freezing cold outside in Ohio still. And so I figured, why not? And honestly, this is more fruity cranberry than anything. It's just a really pleasant sweet cranberry. So it's still kind of fruity, and it still kind of fits like springtime. So that was nice. Did I want that in here or in the kitchen? I think this was in the kitchen, because I know that I could smell this. Would I repurchase this? Maybe. This is nice, but maybe. That might be a repurchase. I got through an L3 sample scoopable in hibiscus, guava, fresca, copper, coconut, Febreze, Hawaiian, Aloha. And this I got in the round robin, and it did perform. I used this in here, and this did perform pretty okay for a solid 6 or 7 hours. And then after that, I couldn't smell it, so I took it out. Would I purchase that one again? Probably not. That one's not my favorite. This, however, we need to go over this. I had, and did I have another one? Yes. Okay. So in the round robin, I got Rose Girls, and this is cupcakes at Tiffany's and Cookie Land. So confetti cake, coffee, toffee, butterscotch pretzels, cookies, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. And then also I used that in the living room, and like I have a hotter, warmer in there. And then I used Sugar Daddies in Cookie Land, which is sugar milk, warm apple pie, frosted sugar cookies, confetti cake, toffee, butterscotch pretzels, and cookies. So I used this and this in the living room. Rose Girls in the living room throws like a champ. These are, anything from Rose Girls is a repurchase, and I don't have the dates that these were poured, but these came, this came from Lori, and this came in the round robin, and these performed exceptionally well a day and a half in the living room. So yes, Rose Curls is always going to be a repurchase for me. And then in here, I did it all for the cookie, and it's lemon curd filled sugar cookies, toffee butterscotch pretzels, confetti cake, cream cheese frosting. So that must have been a sampler. This was excellent as well. I want to say it threw for at least 8 hours in here, but I can't remember. But this is a really, really good scent. I really like it a lot. Yeah, I really like that one. And I would repurchase that one as well. This one, let's talk about Homestead Wax Melts. And they were formerly Candles from the Keeping Room? I think so. Yes. This is a harder paraffin wax. And this was in the scent Pink Sugar Strawberry. I, again, have a candle lamp out in the living room and a very hot warmer. These were, I had a couple shapes left in this. They were hearts. I put this in the living room. This blew my living room out. Homestead Wax Melts perform so well for me in my living room. I am so impressed by them. It is a harder paraffin wax, so if you don't like that kind of wax, this is not going to be for you. But if you have hotter warmers and you like this kind of wax, this is a very, very good and excellent wax. I just recently got a haul from Homestead. I do plan on repurchasing from them. Probably in the fall, because there are a few other things that I want to do before I start purchasing again from Homestead. I have a couple more vendors I want to purchase from before summer, and then I really need, I keep saying that, but I really do need to quit. I need to quit purchasing wax because I have enough. I used from the round robin the Pharmacist's Daughter and Sweet Espresso, and I think I did this the same day I did the Athame and Alchemy, the Dojo Coffee and Donuts. I used some of this in here. I put Dojo Coffee and Donuts in here. I put some of this in here and some of this out in the living room. Performs very well. It's a very, very good coffee. I mean, Pharmacist's Daughter, and this is my first experience really warming the Pharmacist's Daughter. Thank you to the round robin. And I enjoy their coffees. Their coffee is excellent. Their coffee is one of my favorite coffees now. Like, I can tell you that their coffee is very, very good. On Saturday, I got this in the round robin, and it was pretty light, but I thought, oh, let me try it. Because it kind of had an old label. It looks older. This is Super Tarts wax, and it's Wicked Coffee. So it was, I think it was pumpkin pecan waffles. It's so small. It's so hard to read. It's caramel bread pudding, candy corn, toffee, iced coffee. For this being light in the bag, it was not light in the warmers. I put this in the, so it was like a clam, you know what I mean? Like there was like 6 pieces, but it wasn't in a clam. It was obviously in this bag, kind of the same way that Destination Wax does their little snap bars. I put this in my bedroom because I wasn't sure if it was going to throw, and it was coffee, and I was going to let it go all day anyway. And I put it in the kitchen. Wow. I can definitely recommend Super Tarts. Super Tarts performed extremely well in my house. I don't know how old this is. I don't even know if they're around anymore. If they are, and you can get your hands on some of this wax, I highly recommend this. 100%. This was excellent. It went all day, all freaking day. It was freaking-tastic. And then did I do this Friday? Can't remember. We're almost done. Like this, I only have 3 more things. And I can't remember if I did this Friday. I think I did this Friday in here. Thursday? Friday? I can't remember what day I did it. But I know I did this all kind of together. And then on Saturday, while I was warming that coffee scent in the kitchen and in the bedroom, I put in, from the Round Robin, I got another L3 Christmas shape in vanilla balsam, fresh picked strawberry. Nope. I lied. I did this separately. I'm taking that back. No. When I did that coffee scent, I had 2, one from Lori Hanson, one from the Round Robin, in L3's Christmas Cookie Therapy. It's eggnog cookie therapy and a hint of gingerbread. I use this periodically, a couple pieces here and there through the week, just in a warmer, just to start using it up. And it just was a pleasant, like, cookie scent. I put this in the warmers in the living room while the coffee was going on Saturday. My house smelled so amazing. Every time I walked in and walked out, it was just so great. I enjoyed that day so much. It was fantastic. And then the last one I have, and I am sorry I misspoke about that, was from the Round Robin, and this is an L3 in vanilla balsam, fresh picked strawberries cuppy cake. This may have been earlier in the week. I think this was like Monday or Tuesday. It was very cold. I think it snowed, not this week, but the week before. And I'm like, whatever. I just need something. And I wanted to start using some of this wax up. So I pulled this out, cut it up. And this is 100% repurchase, as well as the cookie therapy, the Christmas cookie therapy. I would definitely repurchase that one. But this is the vanilla balsam fresh picked strawberries cuppy cake. You got the balsam, but it wasn't like super pungent. It didn't hit you in the face tree. It was just a nice background tree. The strawberries came through. It was like a very sweet bakery with a little bit of like pine. I don't know how to describe it, but it was beautiful. And that vanilla just made everything come together, made it creamy, made it just, whatever vanilla does to a scent, it makes it a little more fancy, a little more pretty, a little more edible. It wasn't, if that's how to explain it, this was an edible tree scent, and I would definitely repurchase this one again if given the chance. That's it. That's all I had for my empties for last week. I know I said I wanted to start making these weekly, but I feel like I don't get through as much as other people when I make them weekly. So maybe I'll start doing bi-weekly, because I feel like I get through more wax in 2 weeks than, I mean, obviously I get through more wax in 2 weeks than I do in one, but I have more to share with you. But then also, if I do it every 2 weeks, then I kind of forget where I warmed, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. So I don't know. Anyway, the last week was a great warming week. There's no one favorite. I would say the day that I warmed the Super Tarts Wicked Coffee with the L3 Sugar Cookie Therapy, or the Christmas Cookie Therapy, I'm sorry. That, I would say Saturday was probably my favorite melting day. But, like the coffee days that I did the coffee scents, those were also my favorite days. I just have been trying to enjoy little by little all of this wax. And maybe I need to start cleaning them out more and adding more wax like in the evening and trying some new scents in the evening, and then, you know, starting over the next day and doing that, maybe changing them out twice. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know that I want to do that. I'm kind of lazy for that. I'm really kind of lazy. So tell me what you guys got through this week. If you did get through anything this week, tell me how your warming is going. What kind of scents are you warming? Are you still cold? Because in Ohio, like, it is still freezing today. We had our windows open yesterday. It was 70. And then all of a sudden today it's like, you know, 30 degrees and cold and windy and horrible. So, are you melting the seasonal stuff like now if you're warm, or are you still melting seasonally because it's cold? Or are you just picking? I'm a pick what I want kind of girl, and I go from there. But yeah, let me know what you guys are warming. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know if it's warm where you are, cold where you are, if you have spring, if you still have winter, if Mother Nature can't make up its mind, like Ohio. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. I have a couple videos to post, so this is one of them, and I'll have another one up pretty soon. I appreciate you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good night. And maybe next time I will wait and do 2 weeks. And maybe I'll start writing on the bags, like where I worn them and how they performed, because that might help trigger my memory. So that's something. I'm just thinking out loud now. It's just today, Tuesday. Yeah, today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of April. So we have a few more days to get through for the week. I have a short week this week. I only have to work today and tomorrow and Thursday. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the lovely holiday, which is Easter. So happy Easter, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great night. Bye.